이번 금요일에도 돌아온 반반 팟캐스트 하프앤하프의 정태용입니다. 반갑습니다.
And I'm Jeep. You're listening to Half and Half, and today we're going to have a short topic. We're going to talk about pillows.
네, 이번 시간이 여의치 않아서 한 2, 30분짜리로 짧게 할 건데요.
I think so. Yeah. I feel like I have nothing to say about pillows, but I will try.
아니, 근데 저한테
Yeah.
그 주제 옵션 3가지 줬잖아요.
Yeah.
그 중에 하나가 베개 아니었어요?
No, you're right. I picked this because I felt like we could do it in a short way because I just have nothing to say. But I have a question for you.
네, 좋습니다.
How many pillows are in your house right now?
한 4개인가 5개 있을걸요?
Okay, same here. I have 4 pillows, but I have 6 if you count the how do you say? Pesok? Not pesok. The pillows you put on the floor.
방석.
Pangsok, yeah.
아,
So if you count those, I have 6. If you don't count those, I have 4. I have two for my bed and 2 for my couch, and that's it.
그쵸. 뭐,
I'm using one right now, actually. There you go.
좋습니다.
Yeah.
근데 그러면 다 사용을 하는 거네요?
I use them all. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
저는 지금은 엄마랑 같이 사는데
Mm-hmm.
그냥 안 쓰는 베개들이 있거든요.
Mm-hmm.
네,
Out of 4, there's some that you don't even use.
네.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
그러다가 가끔 누나가 초등학교 선생님이라
Mm-hmm.
방학 때마다 집에 오는데 그럴 때 하나 또 쓰고
Mm-hmm.
뭐 그런데 아무튼 그래요.
Okay. What was I going to ask? So the ones that you don't use, are they just for decoration or are they hidden somewhere in a closet?
그냥 옷장에 숨어 있어요.
Okay. Yeah.
그냥
So they're
진짜
just up in the closet.
네. 그게 원래 쓰던 베개가 있는데
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
엄마가 어디서
Mm.
좀 더 좋은 베개를 가지고 오신 거예요.
Yeah.
막 이 베개가 좋다더라 해가지고 갖고 와서
Mm-hmm.
그 새 베개를 쓰면서 옛날 베개는 안 버리고 그냥 옷장에 두고 있는 거죠.
I see. So she wanted to buy some new pillows and put the old ones in a closet just because there's no use throwing it away. Like you might keep it for some reason.
네.
Okay. Okay. I'll try to make some conversation out of this.
저도 아이디어들이 있습니다.
Okay. I have one more question and then you can go.
네.
So some people like to sleep using a firm pillow and some people like to sleep using a soft pillow. Which do you prefer?
그 첫 번째 베개가 그 단어를 다시 얘기해 줄래요?
Firm. Firm is like kind of like solid or tough or hard kind of pillow. Yeah. And soft is like very like squishy.
그 얘기는 저도 생각했던 건데,
Mm-hmm.
저는 옛날에는 부드러운 거를 좋아했거든요.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
근데 제가 아까 얘기한 엄마가 가지고 온 새 베개가
Mm-hmm.
그게 딱딱한 건 아닌데
Mm.
부드럽지도 않고 좀 특이해요.
Mm-hmm.
어떤 거냐면 그 베개 안에
Mm-hmm.
그 딱딱한 나무 조각들이요.
There's wood at the bottom?
네. 바닥은 아니고
Okay.
그냥 안에
Inside there's wood.
네네 한 이런 이만한 나무들이 막 많이 들어 있어요.
Oh, lots and lots of small pieces like chips.
네네.
Oh, uh-huh.
그래서 이거를 베고
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
막 이렇게 막 문지르면 그 뒤통수로 막 이렇게 막 하면 그
Uh-huh.
베개가 모양이 생겨요.
I see. So because there's like smaller wood pieces inside, you can change the shape of it, but then it stays solid and holds your head in one place, kind of.
맞아요.
That's cool. Yeah. Is that comfortable?
그걸 제가 잘 모르겠어요.
You don't know if it's comfortable? What does that mean?
그러니까 이게 아 이게 좋나 안 좋나 그거를 잘 모르겠는데
Yeah.
그러니까 이게 뭐 사실 불편한데 제가
Mm.
그냥 어찌저찌 적응해서 쓰는 건지
Yeah.
아니면 진짜 편한 건데
Mm-hmm.
제가 이거의 좋음을 제가 알지 못하고 그냥 만족을 못하는 건지
Okay.
그런
But how
문제가
long have
있습니다.
you been using it though?
아, 꽤 오래됐어요. 한 10년?
Okay. And you still don't know if you like it. I thought maybe like 1 week the way you were like describing it.
아, 그러니까 이제 제 삶이
Yeah.
참 그만큼 좀 고단했던 거죠. 그냥 뭐 이런 거에 신경 쓸 그런 여유가 없었던 거죠.
Okay. But is there ever like have you ever gone to like a hotel and been like I hate this pillow. This is the worst pillow. I can't sleep. Have you had that problem?
그게 호텔 가면 보통
Yeah, yeah.
베개들이 엄청 크고
Yeah. They're way
그-
too big. I agree.
네, 그리고 되게 높잖아요.
Yeah, yeah, too high.
근데 와, 목 아프더라고요. 그건 확실히.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah, if a pillow is like way too firm and way too big, like sometimes they have on couches or hotels, like I just can't use it at all. I would rather like just like take my shirt and like ball it up and like use it like this than use that kind of pillow.
그쵸. 뭐 저는 뭐 가끔 그냥 작은 방석 같은 거 있으면 그거 대신 쓸 때도 있고. 네. 아무튼 그런 거 생각하면 지금 집에 있는 베개가 좋은 것 같기도 하고.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So compared to that, they're good.
네.
Yeah, for me, so I don't like those big, thick, tough pillows, but also I really don't like foam pillows. Like a foam pillow, it's like it changes shape like very easily. I feel
네.
like they don't support my head very well, so I don't like those.
그게 되게 뭐 나온 지 꽤 되긴 했는데
Mm-hmm.
그 처음 나왔을 때 되게 좀 신선했잖아요.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
이렇게 생긴 거 아니에요? 옆에서
Yeah,
보면.
yeah, yeah. That kind, exactly.
네. 그래서 그 머리 뒤로 딱 그 머리를 기대면은 이대로 움푹 들어가고.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
어,
it doesn't work for me. So.
그래요? 왜 안 맞아요?
Oh, because like I feel like I sink like too far into it, and then it becomes like it feels like it just doesn't support my neck, and so if I use it, like my neck will hurt the next day.
네.
So I don't know. I like a soft pillow, but not made of foam. Usually like feathers or maybe even cotton, but like something that I can take and change the shape of it and then fit it like this. And yeah, so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you know why? Foam also, it gets too hot. If I lay on foam, then I feel like the heat like gets
그래요?
trapped in the pillow. Yeah, yeah.
아,
That bothers me
그렇구나.
too.
저기 그 나무 베개는 그런 문제는 없는 것 같아요.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. It lets a lot of air flow through or whatever.
근데 그 찜질방 가본 적 있어요?
I was just going to ask you that. Go ahead. I was going to ask the exact same question. So they have the stone pillows, right?
돌로 된 곳도 있고 나무로 된 곳도 있어요. 근데 뭐 모양은 똑같아요.
Oh, you're right. They do have the wood ones too. That's right.
아마 나무에 네, 많을 것 같은데.
Okay. Yeah, so in Seattle they had a Korean style jjimjilbang, like very Korean style one that I went to. I was kind of shocked by the wood in the stone pillows, but I actually did like it. I thought it was I don't think I would sleep there, like not for, a whole night. But for laying there for, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it was really nice, actually. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think?
저도 그거 배우고는 절대 못 자겠더라고요.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
근데 그냥 찜질방에서 자는 거 자체가 좀 고문이에요.
What do you mean komun? What does that mean?
고문 막 사람을 계속 괴롭히는 거예요.
Okay.
네, 그 물로 하는 고문은
Mm-hmm.
그 막 물에 막 이렇게 막 하는 게 물 고문이고.
Oh, okay. I see.
네, 그래서 찜질방에서 잠을 자는 거 자체가
Mm-hmm.
그 바닥도 진짜 딱딱하고 이렇게 시끄럽고
Yeah, they're slippery. Yeah.
시끄러워요. 막 소리가.
Oh, they're loud. 시끄러워요.
네, 시끄럽다. 시끄러워요.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
아무튼 근데 이제 베개까지 그러니까.
Okay.
근데 어쩔 수 없죠.
Yeah.
내가 사람들이 다 땀 흘리면서
True, yeah, because it's so sweaty, they have to clean them. I guess that does make sense. You wouldn't use a regular pillow. I guess you could use like a towel or something, but I don't know.
그게 맞아요.
Because all the
그게-
towels get washed, you know.
근데 제 생각에는
Yeah.
그 나무 베개에 어떻게 좀 수건을 많이 깔아서
Mm.
그나마 좀 푹신하게 만들 수 있지 않을까 생각이 드는데 저는 뭐 제 생각엔 앞으로 제 인생에는 찜질방에서 잘 날이 없을 것 같습니다.
Okay. You know, so I was thinking about like decorative pillows. So I don't really have any decorative pillow. I guess this pillow, you know, it's like a little bit decorative, right? Has this going
네.
on. But I remember when I was in college, I would always see like at IKEA or like some stores, they would have like these really cute pillows that were like, you know, it's a pillow shaped like a hot dog or shaped like a hamburger or shaped like, you know, so some kind of something cute or funny, like ice cream or like whatever. I like how those look,
네.
but then I think I would just never use it. Like I would put it on my couch and look at it and never use it. So what's the point? So it's too expensive for me to buy. I don't know. I never think about.
그렇죠.
Actually,
그러니까
Yeah.
그 베개보다는 좀 방석 쿠션 느낌이잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 그거를 바닥에 깔고 앉을 일은 없고 그냥 이렇게 안고 있는
Just
용도밖에
to hold.
없겠죠?
Wow, you just reminded me of something.
네.
So like I said, I didn't think I had much to say, but I remembered this. So when I worked at Valve, I worked with a guy named Eric Wolpa. He's like a very, very, very good, funny writer. Like he's a good writer. But when I first met him, he had this green pillow that was like about this big that he would always hold on to like this all the time. He always had this pillow
네.
all the time. But it was actually, there was a medical reason why. He had a surgery, like some kind of stomach surgery. And while he was healing from that surgery, he had to have a pillow there to, I don't know exactly why. Like maybe it was safety, maybe there was like a medical reason. But so he always had this pillow with him for 2 or 3 years almost. I always saw him with his pillow. Yeah.
와.
Yeah, and then eventually, like he stopped, you know, carrying it around. I kind of like forgot about it, but you just reminded me when you were doing that.
오, 와, 그렇게 2, 3년 동안
Yeah.
이렇게 방석 안고 다니다가
Mm-hmm.
안 들고 다닐 수 있으면 좀 허전하기도 하겠네요, 좀.
Yeah. I think maybe it just became a habit after a while, where he just like felt more comfortable that way because he always had it. But I don't know. Maybe he needed it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
그래요. 저는 베개에서 어떤 얘기하지 생각해 봤었는데,
Mm-hmm.
저는 항상 좀 이런 생각을 하거든요.
Mm-hmm.
베개를 그냥 안 베고 잘 수 있으면 좋겠다는 생각을 해요.
안 베고. What is that? What do you mean? What does that mean?
그러니까 베개는
Yeah.
베는 거거든요. 베개를 베요.
Oh,
이렇게.
I didn't know that verb. 베다. Okay. Mm-hmm.
네네. 그 베개는 베개를 베다 이렇게 얘기하는데,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
근데 이렇게 집에서 저런 막 그 형태가 변하는 나무 베개 이런 거 쓰다가
Yeah.
호텔 같은 데 가서 큰 베개 하고 그러면 적응이 안 되는 게 얼마나 불편해요.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
근데 만약에 아예 평소에 베개를 안 베고 잠을 잔다면
Yeah.
내가 호텔에 가든 친구 집에 가든 그냥 어디서든 편하게 잘 수 있는 사람이 되는 거잖아요.
Is there people who don't sleep with a pillow? I can't do it. There's no way.
저도 몰라요, 근데.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess like if I was like sleeping on my own arm like this, maybe it'd be possible. I don't know. I think it'd be uncomfortable.
이렇게
Yeah, like that.
괜찮은 생각인 것 같기도 하고요.
It's possible. But yeah, I don't know. You just reminded me of another thing. One time I went to a hotel and they had a very uncomfortable pillow. And so so I just slept. It was an uncomfortable pillow. I didn't really have a choice. And I was there for like a few nights. And then at the end of the trip, I left a review that said this hotel has, really uncomfortable pillows. Like, it was terrible. And it was like an Airbnb, actually, not a hotel. Sorry. So the owner responded and said, why didn't you tell me your pillow was uncomfortable? I could have given you a better one. And the reason is because when I woke up, I wasn't sleeping because I was awake, right? So I wasn't thinking about the pillow, so I never asked about it. And then late at night, I would get to bed and lay down and be like, oh, this pillow is so uncomfortable. But I don't want to go wake up the person who has the Airbnb because it's very late, right?
그쵸.
And then by morning, I forget about it and I'm awake, so I don't think to ask him. So I just never thought to ask him.
하긴 그렇죠. 에어비앤비 그 늦은 밤에
Yeah.
침 베개가 좀 불편합니다. 이러면은 좀 진상일 수 있으니까.
Yeah. But that's why, okay, so here's the thing in our culture. I don't know if this is the same in Korea. I have been to many hotels in Korea, but I don't remember. A lot of times in hotels, they'll have a soft pillow and a hard pillow. So that you can choose which one you want.
맞는 것 같아요.
Yeah, they have that in Korea too?
네네.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
뭐 호텔마다 다르겠는데 대부분 좀 그래도
Yeah.
괜찮은 호텔들은
Yeah.
그 베개가 그렇게 2단으로 있어요.
Yeah.
한 사람당 2개씩 이렇게 딱.
Exactly.
그리고 좀 더 크고 하나가 좀 더 커요.
Yeah. 2 per person, one's a little bit bigger than the other. Yeah.
네.
I think that's a good way to do it. In fact, so when the Airbnb person wrote to me and said, you should have told me, that's what I wrote back to them. Is I said, just put 2 in the room and let the person who's staying there choose. Like, they don't need to ask you for it. So, anyway.
그렇구나.
Yeah.
그러니까 근데 그 뭐 특히 여행 가거나 뭐 일상에서나 잠이 제일 중요하잖아요.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleep is so important when you're traveling. Yeah.
근데 그래서 베개가 은근히 좀 그러니까 그 좀 치명적인 문제가 될 때가 있더라고요.
Yeah, absolutely.
그런 면에서 제가 그 베개 없이 자는 거를 생각했었는데 좀 황당한 생각일까요?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and traveling with a pillow, like taking one with you, means that you can have a pillow that you like. I'm not saying like going on a plane or anything, but like if you go on a car trip or like go to your friend's house or something like that, taking a pillow can help.
아니 제 말은 그 베개를 안 쓰는
If there's no pillow.
아니 그러니까 그냥 아예 베개를 안 쓰고 자면
Yeah.
그러니까
If
제가
you
아까
were able to sleep without a pillow,
네네네 그쵸
then there would be no problem.
그쵸
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't. It's hard for me to imagine somebody who can sleep without a pillow easily, like or very comfortably. It just seems strange.
오늘 한번 해봐야 되겠어요.
Are you gonna try it?
오늘
Okay, good luck. What was I gonna say? Airplane pillows. Do you ever use an airplane pillow?
저 많이 써봤어요.
Oh, really? I never
네.
use an airplane pillow.
근데 그것도 워낙 디테일이 좀 다르고 좀 성능의 차이가 있어서 어떤 거는 쓰는 이만 못한 것들이 있고 네, 어떤 거는 꽤 쓸만한 것들이 있더라고요. 근데 제가 선호하는 건 좀 약간 두꺼워서 약간 그
It usually
앞으로 쓸
wraps
수 있는 거.
around. Yeah, exactly like this.
네, 앞으로 저는
Yeah.
이렇게 해서 그 여기 턱을 걸치고 자는 거죠. 아니면 이렇게. 네.
Yeah, the reason I don't like using an airplane pillow is because I usually use like noise canceling headphones, And most of those pillows will like push against the headphones in a way that's like really uncomfortable. And I would rather have the noise canceling. So
노이즈 캔슬링 하면 비행기 안에서도 조용해요?
yeah. Oh man, it's so important. It's so useful.
진짜요?
Yeah. Airplanes are really loud as when you're inside them. So having some noise canceling is great.
저는 노이즈 캔슬링 그 이어폰이나 헤드폰을 한 번도 써본 적이 없거든요.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
네네.
Oh.
근데 제가 옛날에
Mhm.
그 어떤 백화점 오픈 날에
Mhm.
그냥 놀러 갔는데 전자제품 코너에서
Mhm.
막 좀 저렴한 중국산 블루투스 이어폰을
Mhm.
막 원래 저렴한 걸 더 저렴하게 세일해서 파는 거예요. 이벤트로.
Mhm.
그래서 그거를 한 15,000원 정도 주고 샀거든요.
Mhm.
근데 그게 블루투스 이어폰이라서 그런지 음질은 그렇게 좋지 않았는데
Mhm.
근데 그게 그 지금 이런 이어폰처럼
Yeah.
그냥 딱 귀에 그냥 딱 걸치는 그 끼우는 이어폰이 아니라
Mhm. Mhm.
그 귓구멍에 그 꽉 끼는
Yeah,
이어폰이었어요.
Yeah.
근데 저 그게 그 진짜 귀에 꽉 끼는 거예요.
Yeah.
그래서 그거를 끼고 있으면은요.
Yeah.
그냥 밖에 소리가 아무것도 안 들리는 거예요. 그냥 귀마개.
Yeah.
그냥
It-
그거죠.
it-
네. 피지컬 노이즈 캔슬링인 거죠.
I see. So because it was like plugged directly into your ear, it blocked out all the sound just because it was literally like an ear plug. It was blocking everything. Right. I see. Yeah, for me, like, I almost never use earbuds because I don't know, something about the shape of my ear, they don't stay in very easily. So I almost always use over ear headphones like this. And yeah, oh my God. There's another story I should tell, but it has nothing to do with pillows. So I think I'll skip it, but I'll just say this. One time I used some earphones that, caused earwax to get stuck in my ear.
네.
And then I had to have a doctor like get the earwax out because I couldn't hear anything in that ear for like a week. It was terrible.
아니 평소에 귀 안 파요?
Yeah.
아니
Yeah, I couldn't do it
근데
myself.
저는 그런 이어폰 문제는 아니었는데
Yeah.
그 옛날에 귀를 너무 안 파가지고
Mm-hmm.
그 어느 날 귀가 막 아픈 거예요.
Mm-hmm.
그래서 병원에 가니까 막 카메라로 보더니
Mm-hmm.
평소에 귀 안 파시냐고 그러면서 혼내더라고요 저를.
Oh no. They just told you nothing was wrong.
아니요 그 혼냈어요. 그러니까 그 제가 귀를 너무 안 파서
What does quitter pada mean? Like,
이렇게 그냥 귀를 파요.
they couldn't get it out of your ear. They couldn't dig it out. You couldn't
아니요.
dig it out, or they couldn't dig it out.
그러니까 제가 안 파서
I see. Yeah.
예, 그래서 그 귀가 아파서 병원에 갔는데 귀에 문제가 있었던 게 아니라
Mm-hmm.
그냥 제가 귀를 안 파서 그 귀지가 너무 많이 쌓여 있어서
I see. Yeah.
그래서 의사 선생님이 안 파고 뭐 했냐고 왜 그러냐고 막 진짜 혼내더라고요. 화를 내더라고요 저한테.
He was mad at you because of that?
예.
I didn't know doctors were allowed to get mad at their patient.
진짜 저도 처음이었어요 그런 경험이.
Yeah.
그래서 그 병원 한 번 가고 다시는 안 가요. 그래서
That's weird. Yeah, the doctor that I had, so like I said, I couldn't get the earwax out of my ear, and the doctor did it. He didn't get mad at me. He just fixed the problem.
그러니까 그럼 되잖아요.
Yeah.
좀
That's
가끔씩 생각나는데 진짜
Yeah.
이상한 경험이었어요.
That is pretty weird. Yeah.
네.
Mm.
아무튼
Yeah.
자
Anyway.
그래서 네, 아무튼 그래서
Yeah.
그 노이즈 캔슬링 헤드폰을 쓰기 때문에
Yeah.
그
Airplane pillows.
기내용 베개는 쓰지 않는다.
Right.
음.
So yeah, so there's that. I think that's almost it.
음.
There's something that I want to say, but do you know the phrase "a can of worms"? A can of worms. It's an English phrase.
뭐 벌레로 된 캔이에요?
So if you say this subject is a can of worms, it means that so you open a can and the worms come out and they go everywhere, right?
네.
It's hard to put them all back in. It's very
아,
difficult.
그 말이구나. 네.
So a can of worms is like a topic that doesn't have an end once you start it. Like you start some topic and it becomes very complicated. So I have a can of worms for you, but we'll do it very short.
좋아요. 빨리 끝내보죠.
Yeah.
짧게. 예.
Do Koreans know who My Pillow Guy is? My Pillow Guy? Or do you know what My Pillow is?
몰라요. 저는 몰라요.
Okay. So we'll try not to have a can of worms here. We'll keep this very short.
아,
There was there's this guy who has a foam pillow that he advertises and sells online for like a cheap price. And so it became very like famous and popular, this pillow that everybody was buying. And then, so I don't know the whole story, so I'm going to be somewhat wrong about this. My Pillow Guy said like some very, very controversial, like bad stuff. Like he had some very bad opinions about something. Sorry, I don't know the whole details. And so lots of people were really like angry that they bought this pillow from this guy who's kind of like an evil person. And so it was like this really, really big like controversy online about people with buying from the My Pillow Guy and the things that he said. But I don't know the full story, so I can't like explain it. I was just curious if Korea like heard about this controversy with My Pillow Guy.
대부분 모를 것 같은데요.
Okay. Well, that's all I have to say about that. We won't open the can of worms any further.
좋습니다.
But
근데
if you're interested, search for My Pillow Guy and see what I'm talking about. There's a whole history there.
네, 검색해 보시고요.
Yeah.
근데 저는 언젠가는 한번 그 이야기를 해보고 싶긴 해요.
Yeah.
그러니까 뭐 물건을 팔거나 요리를 하거나 아니면 노래를 만들거나 연기를 하거나 그런 사람들이 그 사람의 어떤 문제가 있을 때
Right.
그 사람의 서비스나 물건까지 그 소비를 안 해야 할까?
Yeah.
저는 그 주제가 되게 재밌는 주제 같거든요.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good topic for us. Yeah, I guess we can save it for another time because I do have a
네.
lot of opinions about it, like maybe some strong opinions.
네.
So I think it'd be an interesting topic. But yeah,
네.
okay,
이거-
we'll save it.
네, 뭐 오늘 주제가 좀 가볍고 짧게 끝나니까
Yeah.
그 제가 방금 말한 주제에 혹시 그 남기고 싶은 생각이 있으시면 구독자 여러분도 댓글로 남겨주시면 다음에 우리가 에피소드 이거 할 때 좀 소개해 줄 수도 있을 것 같으니까요.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that idea.
네. 그 문제.
Yeah, and I'll explain it for people listening who speak a little bit less Korean and mostly English. We were just saying that it would be an interesting topic for when you're buying something from like an artist or a musician or food or whatever. If you find out that the people who make that item have controversial opinions, do you want to boycott or stop buying that item, or do you feel shame about it, or like those kinds of things? And yeah, if you have specific thoughts about it, or maybe even specific situations where you encountered that, leave it in the comments and we can like talk about some of that stuff. I think it'd be a good, complicated topic, very interesting one.
네.
Yeah.
그때는 또 프리미엄 토크 에피소드로
Yeah, definitely.
네.
Okay. Cool.
해봅시다. 그러면 베개 얘기 뭐 많이 할 거 많네요.
Yeah, I guess so. I tried my best.
네. 베개 얘기 많이 나오네. 근데 뭐 30분 이제 거의 다 됐기 때문에 네 정리를 해보기로 하고요.
Yep.
그 제가 그렇게 베개를 그 아예 안 베면 그 인생이 단순해지지 않을까 생각했던 것처럼요.
Mm-hmm.
좀 여러 생각을 하거든요.
Yeah, I guess
그래서
so.
그래서 예전에 제가 비타민을 엄청 꾸준히 챙겨 먹다가
Mm-hmm.
비타민을 그 되게 여러 개를 챙겨 먹다가
Mm-hmm.
그 어느 날 그냥 안 먹기 시작했어요.
Ah, okay. Uh-huh.
이렇게 비타민을 꾸준히 먹다가 내가 어디 멀리 여행을 갔는데
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
비타민이 다 떨어져서
Mm-hmm.
내 몸이 갑자기 적응을 못해서 문제가 생기면 어떡하지?
Right. Yeah.
그런 생각이 들어서 비타민을 끊은 적이 있습니다, 제가.
Yeah. Maybe it's another topic, but I feel like over a longer period of time, it can have some effect, but you might not notice immediately the difference if you take them or not take them. So I don't know. You're talking about you're not going to use a pillow tonight. I think you'll notice immediately. We'll see.
아, 좋습니다. 그러면은
Yeah.
이쯤에서 마무리할까요?
Yeah. Let's wrap up.
네네. 이번 시간 베개 그 박쥐 에피소드 이후로 또 뜬금없는 에피소드였네요.
Right, the bats episode. Yeah.
네네. 박쥐는 이번보다는 좀 더 주제에 대해 얘기를 더 잘했던 것 같은데
Yeah. Exactly.
이번은 뭐 이어폰 얘기도 하고 뭐 재밌겠습니다.
Yep. That was fun.
네, 그러면 이번 시간은 저희가 다시 한번 시간이 여의치 않아 짧게 끝내는 점 양해 부탁드리고요.
Yep.
네, 또 이번 에피소드 다음에는 찌프와는 다음 달에 또 돌아오겠습니다.
Yes. Right. I'll see you next month on that episode.
네, 그러면 저는 지금까지 하프앤하프의 정태웅이었습니다. 감사합니다.
And I'm Jeep. You've been listening to Half and Half, and thanks everybody. See you next time. Bye.